Welcome to the Magenta Trade Watchlist program once again, and good afternoon. SPX is down by 2.37%. Nasdaq is down by 2.5%. Dow is down by 700 points, 2%. Welcome once again. And today we are looking at the market. It's almost a bloodbath once again. The markets have never been lower since last December, I guess. The levels that it has seen in the Nasdaq and the SPX, it's been very grim, I would say. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen over there. As you can see, Nasdaq is currently trading at 12,662 or 660 now, down 2.6%. Today we'll look a little bit deeper into some of the stocks that posted their earnings, and some of the stocks that are in movement today. We'll go through them one by one. But first, let's have a quick look in the Nasdaq. What I see here is a strong support level around these levels of let's say 12,600 around. So if we draw a line here somewhere around this point where there are multiple touch points, let's move it a little bit. So somewhere around 12,600, I would say, or maybe 12,580. So that is the line that we are looking at, and that's where the index touched today. And that has got a touch point which goes to all the way down to March last year, March 2021. So that's the level it is touching now. Of course, there were touch points in February, and there were touch points in March as well. Similarly, in SPX, let's see where the index is currently now. And again, there is some support level, definitely strong support level, I would say, around here, 4,160, 4165. That's our support level there. And let's see whether it bounces off from there or not, because after that it could be a free fall once again for some time. Similarly, in Dow, I think Dow has got a support level here around 33,150. Yeah, but once again, that is the level. Well, there was a support level here as well, 33,590, but that has broken today. That has been broken, but I'll still draw that, and I'll draw another one here around maybe 33,300. So that's already 720 points down today. So these are the levels for Dow. Let's see whether the market gets broken into that. Now let's look at some of the stocks that are in news today, and I'll start with GE. There were earnings report from GE today. Let's quickly. The stock is currently down almost 11%, and it has been at the it has not been in the level since last, let me see, October or November, December, I would say December 2020. That's the level it has gone back to. In terms of earnings, 24 cents per share for the quarter, and the revenue of $17 billion, which is a percentage or maybe 0.5% down from a quarter ago. But the EPS is better than they expected. All the while, profit margin has reduced to loss of 3.1%, or it has brought down by 450 basis points. Adjusted profit margin is 5.8%, and cash from operating activities is $0.5 billion. There's not much takeaway from GE results today. Let's look at some of the other stocks that are in movement and that are in our stock list or watch list. Let's quickly go back to well, something not in our stock list is Sherwin Williams. Let's quickly have a look at that. Sherwin is in the rise today, rising by 1.2% after some good results. The company is posted an earnings of $1.61 per share in the last quarter. Well, the expectation was below that, around $1.5352 per share. And the revenue for the quarter rose more than 7% to $5 billion from year on year. So that's definitely a positive for the company. Sherwin Williams. Let's look at some of the numbers. The company said it continues to expect 2022 earnings of $9.25 per share to $9.65 per share in terms of earnings per share. In terms of revenue, as I mentioned, it grew 7.4% on year-on-year basis. And in terms of other factors, definitely the net sales is up 7.4%. Income before income from taxes, EBIT 9.4% down year-on-year basis, and adjusted net income per share down by 21%. But still, it's better than market expectation. So the stock is up currently. Earlier it was down. It was up by almost 9 percentage point. But currently it is better than it is only 1%. Let's see whether it's still up by 9%. Sorry, 9.3%. Okay. In terms of other, United Parcel Service, stronger than expected first quarter report. UPS. Earnings reported $3.05, better than the estimate, and revenue is $24.5 billion, better by almost 3%. In terms of Warner Brothers, so the stock is currently for UPS, it's down by 2.8%, because of the forecast. The company said that the weaker guidelines in the year to come, mainly because the slowness in the e-commerce growth post-COVID. So that's a take from CEO Carol Tome. Warner Brothers. One moment. I think the Discovery one announced results today. Warner Brothers Discovery missed the guidance all over, even though the revenue was more or less in line with expectation. The earnings were much lower, in fact, in the negative. And also, they warned that their 2022 profit would be lower than expected. The stock is currently down by 7.5%. The other stock that announced their results today, Universal Health Services. Their earnings were $2.15, lesser than expected, and revenue was $3.29 billion, much in line with expectation, actually a little bit better than that. The stock is down by almost 9% today. From the close of currently trading at 126.17. So that's lost by 9%. 3M. We posted our earnings report in much earlier today. 3M stock is down by 2.9%, and in terms of their earnings, earnings per share was $2.65, much better than the expected. But the outlook is still, you can say, still not in line with the expectation. The company said that it anticipates weaker mask demand and rising cost pressures due to supply chain issues. On other shares, let's look at waste management. They also reported their earnings today. Let's look at their earnings first. The earnings per share is better than expected, 1.29 per share, and the stock is about 5% up today. Earnings, the revenue is $4.6 billion. The stock is up by 5.5%. Okay, other shares, Xeon's Bank Corporation. I don't normally follow this particular stock, but they have announced their earnings as well, and the stock is down by more than 8% today. Let's look at their numbers. The earnings per share is $1.27, better than expectation, but the revenue is much lower than expected at $686 million for the quarter. The other stock is Redfin. The stock is down by more than 5%, almost 6% now. They have a challenging housing outlook for the coming year or so. Okay, so that's some of the stocks where there was high movement. Let's look at our stocks in the watch list, and starting with Netflix, it's down by 4%, another 4% today. It's lost almost 50%, or closer to 50%, I would say. It was before the earnings announcement, it was around 350. Yeah, so not yet 50%, but more than $150. So to say, it has gone below $200 now, trading at 199.76. Apple is down by 3.5% ahead of their earnings tomorrow. Yep, their earnings are tomorrow. ADI is down by 3.5%. Analog devices. Tesla shares are down 11%. That's a major one, which is dragging the Nasdaq and S&P 500. On concerns of the funding of Twitter, the investors feel that Elon Musk is going to sell some shares in Tesla, and that would probably drive the market down for them, and that's why it is down since yesterday, or maybe since the Twitter news was announced. Before the Twitter news, the highest it went up to, I think, this 1160, and from then it has been trading down. Berkshire is down by 1.7%. Visa is down by 3.7%. There's still some room for Visa. When is their earnings? Later today. Visa earnings is later today. So ahead of that earnings, it's down by 3.6%, in line with other financial institutions. JP Morgan is down by 2.9%. MasterCard, again, their earnings is day after tomorrow, and they are also down by 2.9%. Bank of America down 2%. Wells Fargo down by 2.5%. Morgan Stanley down 2.9%. Blackstone down by 4.3%. So again, Blackstone is approaching their strong support level there. Actually, it has gone through the support level. My support level would be here around that, with multiple touch points. But if it goes below this 101, maybe, then there could be a further downside on that. Charles Schwab is down by 2.4%. Amex is down by 2.4%. Citigroup is down by 1.4%. So mostly the financials are down by more than 2 percentage points, and that's what is dragging the SPX down today. S&P 500. TFC is more or less flat. Qualcomm is down by 1.4%. AMD is down by 5.8% after it was better yesterday, I guess. When is their earnings? Their earnings is on 3rd of May. That's next week. IBM is down by 1.9%. It did well after the earnings report, but since then, in general, market conditions, I would say the stock is down. That's about IBM. Applied Materials down by 4.4%. Micron Technology down by 3.9%. Most of these stocks are approaching either approaching their support levels or has broken through that. So it's pretty much they are in the bottom now. Micron Technology, actually it looks quite attractive to me at this level. Fortinet down by 5% today. Is their earnings? The earnings is on 4th of May. That's next week. Workday is down by 3.25%. Arista Network down by 3.25%. Dell down by 1.4%. Nvidia is down by 5.3%. Let's look at some of them quickly. Enphase is down by 2.6%. DocuSign is down by 6%. And CRM, Salesforce down by 2.5%. Accenture down by 4.5%. Amazon is below 2,800, down 4.2%. Google, ahead of their earnings report, is down by 3%. SAP is down by 3.6%. Oracle, when is their earnings? Oracle, okay, not now. Oracle is down by 2.9%. In terms of other shares, let's look at some of the ones. Nike is down by 5.5%. Take-Two is down by 5.5% again. So once again, let's look at the indexes. Nasdaq is now down by 440 points ahead of the close. It's going to close in another 25 minutes, not even 25, yeah, 23 minutes, so to say. And SPX is down by 106 points. So from these levels, the only way is probably up, but when that recovery is going to start, it's hard to tell. There are geopolitical factors. The war is still ongoing, and there is lesser indication of earnings report in terms of positive earnings report from either from the tech sector or from the other sectors. Banks are not definitely doing well. Now there is some expectation probably from Apple and Google and Microsoft to hold on to the fort, but let's see whether they can report better numbers than what the market expecting. That's about it from today. We'll catch up again tomorrow to look at some other stocks, and if we can find some more indications from the market. Thanks a lot for joining in today, and keep watching in Magenta Trade. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow.